What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and in this video today we're talking about two different cryptos: Stellar Lumens XLM and HBAR, Hedera Hashgraph. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, you guys. It is the 8th day of October, and here we are for Stellar Lumens. The way we're going to do this is we're going to talk about Stellar Lumens first and then HBAR, okay, just to get it straight. Stellar Lumens here at 39 cents with 5 hours, 55 minutes left in the day. Up a little bit. Very possible that it's found its low. I'm trying to determine if Bitcoin is moving up higher or if we're doing a bull trap kind of thing right here. And even if we're doing a bull trap for Bitcoin, that doesn't mean Stellar Lumens has to move down, because again, if anybody's aware of how these altcoin dynamics work in alt season, which I think we are literally at the forefronts of alt season right now, typically whenever Bitcoin moves up, altcoins are chilling. When Bitcoin starts to consolidate, that's when altcoins make their move. So even if this is a bull trap and we keep coming down, we're consolidating here, I think altcoins can still benefit in price action and growth. That is a pretty damn bearish candle that you had yesterday, though, right? Very, very bearish engulfing candle there. Looking at this from a low to a high, you have gone down to your 0.5. You're back up to the 382. If you come back down, XLM, the area that you'd expect to find support at would be about 37 to 36.6 cents, somewhere in that area, which is the golden ratio, and that's fine. Go down there. Find support where you found immaculate support before, where a week later you were all the way up at 46 cents. Whatever, who cares? Okay, it's not a problem. Go down there if you have to. It's still going to be a higher low in respect to this low here. But I'm not necessarily calling for that right now. Let's look at the short-term stuff, see what's going on, and see if we can pinpoint if we are, in fact, moving higher or if we are moving lower. Let's just see. Looking at the 1 hour time frame here. It's a nice move so far. I actually want to look at this with some volume, so we're going to use Coinbase. Not a lot of volume. That's kind of concerning. That to me makes me think that this could be a bull trap too. Of course, if Bitcoin has a bull trap, altcoins can have bull traps as well. They might follow suit. High here to a low here, right at your 382. 53 minutes left. You know, I'll tell you what, if this hour here, the 18th hour, right? You see down here how it's got the times. The 18th hour, if this one closes below 39.1 cents, maybe it is a bull trap. Maybe we do go lower. If we close above it, we're probably moving up higher to about 40 cents, where you'll find turbulence there, come back to this area for consolidation, and then continue to rally. Let's look at our indicators to see if they help us out. Okay, so the RSI makes me think that we have a little bit lower to go. We're probably going to find some turbulence, right? You have higher lows here, higher highs here. You're probably going to come back down and find support. But I guess that doesn't really constitute that you're in a bull trap right now. Oh, it depends, man. It really does depend. As long as you're holding 38.5 cents, I think you're fine. If you go below, not if you go below, if you close below 38.5 cents, then it's a bull trap. Bull trap confirmed. You're going lower. You're going to see lower lows, okay? And we'll go over where those targets are in a moment. Stochastics look bullish and the MACD looks bullish as well, but overall kind of bearish. It's the 1 hour. Who cares? 4 hour time frame here. If you find resistance here, you're just back testing prior support for resistance, prior resistance back here for resistance. And your RSI on the 4 hour is definitely incriminating, isn't it? You see it? Lower lows, lower highs. You see the trend? And you're at the point where you might expect to find resistance, some turbulence here. What? You got 1 hour and 51 minutes left. Curious to see. It wouldn't be crazy at all to come back down. You get a higher low in your RSI, but a lower low in your price. This still would make me think that we see lower prices. The stochastics, however, are making me think that we want to move up. A little bit of confliction there, but I run with the RSI more than I do with the stochastics, if we're being fair. The MACD also suggesting that we have lower to go. Well, I guess that settles that, doesn't it? Low to high, if we do move lower, 37 cents to 36.5 cents, 36.6 cents is where we're going to go. We're at 39 cents now, so get prepared for a whole whopping less than 10% of a drop. It's not going to be that dramatic, okay? You drop down there, you'll find support. It'll be a higher low overall, right? And then you'll move up higher. That'll probably go into tomorrow, Thursday, that you find that low, maybe even early Friday. And then perhaps over the weekend, we'll either consolidate and move sideways, or maybe we have a bullish weekend. We could have a bullish weekend. In the prime heat of the crypto cycles, we typically actually do see bullish weekends. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Ready? We're going to go back to the last bull market. Let me just zoom way out so we can make quick work out of this. last bull market, right? Right here in the heat of it, right? This is the thick of the bull market, the finale phase, the prime aspects that we all look for in a crypto bull run, okay? Look at here. Let's see, Wednesday, Thursday, where was it? Friday, Saturday here, you had a big day. And even Sunday, you moved up, but then you came back down. Here, Saturday was a big day again. Saturday, Sunday, you pumped, and then Monday, you dumped down. And then here, Friday was the top. That was a big day on Monday. I'm just saying that's a couple examples right there, just right off the top, showing that we do. And then even here, Saturday, Sunday were green days. Both here, we actually moved up over the weekend there. Same thing here. You moved up over the weekend. Minor, less significant than this, but still moving up over the weekend at all it's typically more common, and to have sustained growth afterwards during these primary bullish phases in the market. That's all I'm trying to offer there. So if we were to come down by tomorrow or Friday, come down here and then have a bullish weekend, I really wouldn't be too surprised by that or thrown off by that at all. 4-hour time frame makes me think we have lower to go. Daily time frame, we definitely do have higher to go. We're definitely not done here, but before we do that, we might come down a little bit and then we continue to rally, right? We were trying to form this W right here where you break above this point here and then you see higher prices, but instead what you've gone for is the old, I don't know, is this a cup and handle? Is that what that is? I don't know what it is, but some kind of consolidation beforehand. And that's okay. Find support at your relative golden ratio, low to high right here. Find support at the 37 to 36.5 cent area, and I think you'll be fine. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. You're absolved of going lower if you can close above the 236, and if you do that, great. Then you're vindicated. 39.6 cents, and this is great. This is what's great about TAs. Like if you set so let me actually take a moment to pause here. Okay, I'm going to look you all in the face. I'll probably make an in-depth video describing this exact scenario here. But if you set parameters for where you'll be wrong, then you allow yourself to catch most of the move, right? Let's just hear me out. Let me show you what I'm talking about, okay? I'm calling for from here the price to go down to here and then up, okay? Let's say I'm wrong and that the price doesn't go down, instead it just moves up. Well, guess what? We're only going to be wrong for this part of the move, because as soon as we close a day above, what is that? That's at about 39.6 cents. As soon as we close a day above there, not get above there, but close above there, then we're bullish. So we can expect this, and we could be wrong for this little bit, but as long as you have parameters where you accept that you're wrong, you can catch the majority of the move, right? Isn't it better to be wrong right here, but then to be right for the rest of it? You know what I mean? Then we're breaking out of this overall move. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm not saying these predictions because I'm trying to be wrong here. I'm saying them because I'm trying to be right, right? And it doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. It matters if you're making money, right? And again, I think that point's well illustrated here by you can be wrong here and still make money. It doesn't matter, right? You can be right here, and if you're buying but you're not shorting, you're losing money. It doesn't matter if you're right, right? Like if I'm holding XLM but I'm not shorting it and it goes down, well, I was right, but I'm still losing money, right? And I'm not going to trade. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Nobody should be trading right now because the market is wound up. There's pressure in the air. Can you guys feel it? I can feel it. We're about to rally throughout the whole damn ecosystem. You do not want to be sidelined. You think that you can time it, but you can't. It just happens. It just happens. Some kind of catalyst comes in and then boom, the rest is history. And if you're not involved, you're left behind. Don't be that person. Anyways, Stellar Lumens looks really good right here. I would have no problem buying here. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, even though I expect us to go less than a 10% move to the downside, probably like a 7-8% move. I would still say it's a fine area to buy because, again, what if I'm wrong, right? And then again, if you want to wait to buy until you're proven wrong, just buy at 39.6 cents. If you get above there on a daily closing basis, that's the time to FOMO, because then you're really gonna rip. Let's talk about the upside. Enough of the downside. Let's talk about the upside now, okay? Because on a weekly time frame, we didn't even actually look at the indicators. I was getting caught up here. Daily time frame bouncing off the 50 is nice. That's a good look. Stochastics look good, and the MACD looks good too, but only if today closes green, which you have 5 hours 46 minutes left. Let's see if it does. Weekly time frame, a lot of confliction in these charts here, in these time frames. Weekly time frame is bullish overall, though. Absolutely astounding. It's bullish, very, very bullish overall. MACD looks great. Stochastics are healthy. I mean, you're kind of neutral right now, but you're trending upwards, and the RSI is also trending upwards. All it takes is one good week to get you into the overbought zone on the RSI, the overbought zone on the stochastics, and to cross green on the MACD. One good week will do that, and you'll be breaking out. Not only will all three of those indicators then be showing strength, but you'll also be breaking out of this zone here and moving up dramatically higher, right? You've got this little bull flag. You're going to see new all-time highs in a matter of no time at all. I wouldn't be surprised in the least if by the end of October, you guys, Stellar Lumens was well above $1. Okay, the primary target zone that we're looking for right now to interact with is about 87.6 cents to $1.30. Once you're above $1.30, that's when we start looking to these targets that are around $2 and even beyond. Okay, and I really do believe that you can be at those areas by the end of October. But I'm looking more right now. I'm kind of tempering my expectations. I'm looking more. It just depends. It really depends, right? Because getting to $1 by the end of October means you're at new all-time highs. So would you not just continue to rally up to your minimum target at 246? I think so. But you could also be there by the end of the year. I think that would look fine. Consolidate and then continue to rally, ultimately up to your $10 minimum, $22, $33 expected target area by the end of the cycle here, right? And again, I expect Stellar Lumens to do a 20x or more by the end of the cycle, which $8 at a minimum is fine. $8, $10 at a minimum is fine. But I wouldn't be surprised at least if we saw a $22 price or more, a $20 price somewhere around there, right? All in all, though, by the end of October, we're looking for something that is at new all-time highs. By the end of this month, new all-time highs. Something that is either just above our all-time highs, we stop right above $1, and then maybe we consolidate here, or we rally all the way up to 246. But I'm starting to think that 246 and beyond might be reserved for end of year, and then we'll just kind of consolidate going into the beginning of next year and then rally going into Q2. But I got nothing else for you guys on that matter. Let's talk about HBAR now and then wrap this video up. Okay, HBAR here is sitting at $22.098, or no, sorry, 22 cents, 22.09 cents, my bad. 5 hours, 43 minutes left in this day. Just looking at the price action, it looks like you're at the base of this channel, right? Higher lows, higher highs. You're at like the base of it right here. So you're probably going to move up. You're probably going to see some movement up. That's my guess. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame and then go from there. Again, depending on the rest of the market, if you move down, it's not a problem. Who cares? Move down. In all fairness, typically when you move down and you have this kind of look, that's actually a bear flag that would promote lower prices. And you are in a downtrend still. So all that would make sense. Literally, the proper way to look at this, I'm only biased because of the overall directional heading of the market. But looking at this right now, a bear flag performing like this would make so much sense. Look at the lows. Look at how well they connect. It's perfect. So understand, and I'm not saying that this is what's going to happen, but not a financial advisor. If HBAR were to move below 20 cents, it's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. Buy more. Can't buy more because you're fully allocated? Hold. Get a loan. Sell your car. Get a third job. No, but it's a perfect area to buy. It's not a perfect area to sell. So definitely don't panic if that happens. We're going to look at the short-term stuff and see if that is what happens, or if we're thinking that we're going to go higher. Okay. Because I'll tell you what, with Stellar Lumens, I'm pretty conflicted. The daily time frame looks bullish, suggests that we go higher. The 1 hour time frame looks bullish, suggests we go higher. The 4 hour time frame is bearish, suggests that we find resistance right here. I'm conflicted. HBAR could provide the same kind of readings. Let's just see. 1 hour RSI, stochastics, and the MACD look bullish. They look like they want to continue moving higher. You do. Let's look at something with some volume on it. A little bit of volume coming in here. You tried to push down. You had volume pushing down, but you didn't go anywhere. Instead, you ripped back to the upside. This looks bullish to me. It looks bullish. Looks like you want to go higher. You are at a point that you found resistance before. Whatever. 4 hour time frame here. You're also at the points where you find support. What I will say, though, if you look at this, you bounced here. You bounced here. You kind of grinded here, but then you bounced, right? Bounce, bounce. You need to make this bounce. This bounce needs to happen, right? It's okay if you grind. You've done it before, but you don't want to come back down. You don't want to grind here for too long because that grinding will likely send you lower. I like the RSI bouncing off the 40, so this is actually not conflicting. It actually looks good. The stochastics look good, and the MACD is right at an area to bounce. So good. Good across all fronts. You look good there. Daily time frame as well. The RSI is neutral, but looking like it's postured upwards. The stochastics are bullish, and the MACD is green, positive. You did reject the zero back here, which is not good, but let's just look at the price action that ensued. Yeah, that is a rejection. Come up this time and don't reject. Break through the zero. Break through the zero. This implies that not today, maybe not tomorrow, and maybe not even by the end of this week, but sometime soon, probably next week at the latest. Next week at the latest, you'll be breaking out of this overall zone here, which to throw off the scare fest, right? Here's this, and we've got the bear flag potential to come down here and accentuate this move, right? Overall, what are we in right now? Overall, we're in a bull flag. Undoubtedly, we're in a bull flag. Overall, it'd make actually a lot of sense to break out of this to the upside. And if we come down, we're not breaking out to the downside. We're just still consolidating. But we will break out to the upside at some point here. If we are to go lower, the lowest I see us going to is 19.4 cents. I don't see us going below there. We could go below there and everything's fine, but I don't see us going below there. And I doubt that we go down there. I doubt it personally. But if we were to go lower, that's where we would go. When I say lower, I mean lower than this low, not just lower than the current price. If we drop from here, if we go below 22 cents, we're not going lower. Okay, maybe, but probably not. You get below 21.5 cents on a daily closing basis, that might be enough to believe that we go down to 19.4 cents. But that's the lowest that we'd go to if we go down there. Again, I don't think we go down there. I'm just talking about it in case it happens. When we move higher, which is what I do think is going to happen, everything looks so damn good on this one. Let's look at the daily time frames again. Yeah, I mean, everything looks great. You're ready. You're poised. You're ready. When you break out, you're probably going to go all the way up to your 786, 886 like that. It's going to be fast. And maybe even your 886, 100. Typically, I expect that you go golden ratio, 0.5382 area for support like you did here. And then you go up to this area. But you didn't go to your golden ratio, did you? You went up to your 786 area. So because of that, instead of stopping at this area, because you've had an extension up here, I would think you might stop at this area. Right, a little bit higher. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? It's kind of how it works. Not always, but kind of. If we were to take this as a measure move, and let's just assume that it does perform like some type of a bull flag, we wouldn't really stop until we were at 48 cents, which is great. Go all the way up there. That's fine too. Take a high to a low here. Oh, high to low here. Hold on real quick, you guys. Hold on. Sorry about that. I got family coming over. I was just telling them to hold up real quick. We're about to finish this anyways. I think that we are about to see prices exceed to higher levels. Hold on. We can exceed to higher levels, and we're probably going to see that 50-cent target and beyond come into play in a very short amount of time. If we're looking at this on a weekly time frame, sorry, I'm all thrown off, you guys. I forget where I was. If we're looking at this on a weekly time frame, let's see. From an all-time high last cycle to the bear market low this cycle here, I would expect that we see something all the way up at about $1.20, maybe by the end of this month of October, if not certainly here and beyond going into the end of the year. I would expect that we're breaking out of this range here. Going into the end of the month, we should see some fantastic growth because of that, right? Going up to 50 cents because that's where the measure move of this would take us. Being that you're getting above this 886 from the overall prior cycle high to the bear market low, that makes me believe that we're about to see an eruptive move, a truly eruptive move. Little things here beget much bigger things as we progress. And I very much do expect that we're going to see $1.21, if not by the end of October, sometime in mid-November. And as we get into the end of the year, we should be reaching for this $3.15 target and ultimately approaching this $6 to $10 area by the end of the cycle. But I don't have anything else that I want to say. Sorry for the rush here at the end, but I have family coming over, so I got to end the video. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.